All right. Hey, Grant, how you doing?
Yeah, pretty good, Tim.
Here we are. This is our monthly, right? To kind of recap.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Been doing about every month.
that's true. Let me see. We got the comments up here. Good. We hopefully somebody will join us. Maybe they won't, but that's all right. We'll just go ahead and get going with what we got to do, right?
Yeah, maybe we can give it a little bit. Yeah, okay, I got YouTube going. Sorry, just making sure I can see everything on my side.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if you want to give it 5 minutes, like let people see that thing started just to see if anybody does show up.
Yeah, that's fine. We could do that. But you've been good, healthy, and everything.
Yep, no issues on my side. I saw my parents a little bit, so starting to see them again. Again, not too often. I helped them put a new hot tub in at their place, and I actually had to call some friends because it was a heavy. It's only like a 3-person one, but it's like an above ground. And so yeah, we put that on their back patio, and then me and Alex will go over there like at midnight once they get off work, just like sneak in their backyard and go in the hot tub.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we were over there last night at like midnight.
So you got a really nice one, or what kind did you get?
Yeah, I think they said it was like 7 or 8 years old, but some old lady like 2 neighborhoods over owned it and rarely used it. So yeah, nice. I don't know if it's a Sundance or one of those, but yeah, no, super nice. They haven't had an in-ground one at their house, but it's had issues over the years. Like every single year we were spending money to try to fix it because all the plumbing was like underground. And it just got to be way too much of a hassle for what they're doing. And my mom loves to use a hot tub. She has, again, like arthritis type stuff. So
right.
She just wants to be in it all the time. So I was like, you guys have the money, just buy a hot tub.
Yeah, no, hot tubs are fantastic. I got to get ours. Well, it's still August, so I got a little bit of time, but I'll make sure ours is ready for the season too. We love going in it. So yeah, it's fantastic.
Hey, and Randall, I'm glad you said something. I'm so sad that I grew my mustache back out and I'm constantly wearing a mask. So I never like wax it at work. Nobody ever sees it. There was this group of like 5 or 6 kids had been coming in every Wednesday for like a month. And probably like a month after they'd been coming, I was over on the cafe side eating one time and had my mask off. And the kid comes around the corner and goes like, "Oh, whoa, I didn't know you had all that."
I know, it's funny how much stuff gets hidden under there, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And it's funny how, like you said, because you don't grow any stuff over here.
Yeah, it's so sad.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
So Randall, Randall's here. Hey, let me know if you want to join us, Randall. Just let me know, and I will invite you. You can come and join us and talk for a little bit. Anybody can, yeah. Who's ever in here, but I think Randall's the only one. Because we don't get everybody who comes and they don't just pop up in the chat, right? You have to actually chat before you show up in there.
Yeah. Over here on YouTube, we can see that there's X number of people watching, and then if anybody says something, we'll see them there, but that's really the only way.
Okay. Yeah, so you've been good, Randall? Everything been good? You're still coming in playing with Carlo. I know that, getting those good games in. I want to play that. Did you order that game for me, Grant? That Tekenu or something?
I've been trying.
Teneku?
It might be on that next Asmodee order. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's the Sulkin Teotihuacan people, and yeah, I want to play that. Yeah,
gotcha. It had a bit of a like the release date might not have been until like the 13th or something.
Oh, okay.
So it's coming up here in August. I think I had one coming in, so we'll see.
Yeah.
What did they play? They were playing the Duval Project. Had you heard of that one?
No, not Duval.
It's something like that.
Yeah, sure. No, I played it. Randall showed me at Dice Tower. It was Deluvia Project.
Deluvia, sorry, there you go. Deluvia Project.
Yeah, now that's a really good game. The thing about the Deluvia Project is when it first came out, apparently like some mold.
They were telling me about that.
Yeah,
so, Carlos like my copy's fine. And he explained that situation. I was like, oh, that sucks, because it sounded like they told all their distributors to like destroy all the stuff they had sitting in their warehouses. They couldn't do anything with it. Like, that sucks.
Yeah. But yeah, so anyway, there's not a whole lot of games out there, but it's a very good game. I really enjoyed it. Had a good time with it. Got to play with Randy showed me and my friend Stefan from where is he from? Repos Productions. He works for Repos. So from France. Oh, they introduced somebody else. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's a really good game. So let me see. We might as well just get going here because I have to do this dice tower thing a little bit at 6. This big show or whatever. So, state of the store. What is going on at Meepleville? I mean, we've been pretty good, right? I mean, things have been getting going.
I think kind of stay in the course. Like, I know Nevada kind of had some issues there. We basically stayed with the stuff that we started doing, all the safety precautions and measures, our reduced store hours. We've just been pretty consistent with everything. We're making sure everybody stays safe and all that. And so no big groups are coming in. We're not seeing crazy numbers in there, obviously, but a couple of the regulars are in there consistently. A couple of the new people are still coming in. So it's nice to see that we are there. We're doing our thing and just kind of staying steady with it.
Yep. So no, it's been going good. We've been really happy. And, I think we'll be able to survive through. I mean, I know Congress really hasn't gotten their act together. So, they haven't gotten that done, but something's got to get done. I mean, there's just no way they cannot do something.
That's what you said last week.
I know, that is what I said last week, right? I mean, you would think. Is the lighting okay, or should I turn on that front light? Is it?
You're a little bright backlit, actually.
Yeah, let me go switch these lights for a second. I'll be back. I forgot to do that.
Tim crushing his StreamYard game.
There we go. That should be a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so just to go back over, just in case anybody isn't aware, if you guys haven't been back to Meepleville since we opened back up, we are, like I said, reduced hours and reduced days. We are closed on Sunday and Monday. And then Tuesday through Friday, we're opening up at 4 until 11 p.m. And Saturday, we open up at noon until 11 p.m. again. Our group size is still limited to no more than 6 people. So yeah, sorry guys, if you're trying to come in with groups bigger than 6, I'm going to make you sit at separate tables, and I'm going to say to not kind of like mingle between the two. Like, you really have to stay with just the group that you come in with. We're definitely hitting the mask policy. There is so much data out there for anybody that still doesn't think this is a thing or doesn't think it helps. Just go browse the internet for a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Masks help. Social distancing helps. That's really all we can do. So if you're coming out.
Yeah, let me go ahead and tell my little story about why social distancing and masks are really, really important. So it was about 3 weeks ago, I guess. My wife came home and from work, and she's like, "I think I have COVID. I'm pretty sick." Nah, you don't have COVID, of course. She's like, "No, I think I have COVID." So anyway, my wife works in the healthcare industry, and she was like, "Okay, you know what? You're sleeping over there. I'm sleeping over here. Mask, social distancing." She did. So she was really sick for like 3 days, like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday, she went and got a test. We're still social distancing. It took 7 days to get the results. Finally, the following Saturday came back. She had COVID. She had tested positive. But during the meantime, we were wearing masks. We were social distancing, sleeping on different sides of the house, not eating together, nothing. We're watching shows. I was telling Grant the other day, like, we're watching a show, texting each other, this and that. I go leave her food on like a chair or the washing machine, and then she goes and grabs it. You know what I mean? So, and we're still doing it. I mean, she's really diligent. I mean, she's still back there because she's not going back till Tuesday to get her to get retested. So we're not even in our own house. We're social distancing, wearing masks, and we're not even having any contact with each other until she comes back with a negative test. So that should make people realize that I was actually in the same household with my wife, and we were wearing masks. We were social distancing, and fortunately able to prevent me from coming down with COVID because we did safe practice. And also, every time she goes in the kitchen, she's there with Lysol after her, wiping everything down. So.
And you did go get yourself tested as well after the fact.
Oh yeah,
like that's how you know.
Correct. So yeah, thanks for reminding that.
That's like
as soon as she came on Saturday and said, "Oh, I tested," or called and said I tested positive. I was like, "Oh shoot, well, I need to go get a test." So I went and called, got a test, was able to jump the line because, hey, my wife's got COVID, I need a test. So I went in and got a test. I got the results back on Tuesday. Or was it Wednesday? When did I see you guys? Or was it Thursday?
I think you didn't see me until Friday. You came in Friday. You're like, I got good news. I was like,
oh, okay. I guess it was Friday. So yeah, it came back. It still was at Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So 6 days, I guess it was. It still took. So it still took a while. But even then, I was social distancing, staying away from people, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's real important, folks, and it's not that hard. Just wear masks. Wear a mask. It's easy, simple, right?
Absolutely. So yeah, that's basically what the state of the store is. Nothing's really changed from last month. Pretty steady this month. So we're going to keep everything the same going forward here in August. And again, we'll continue to revisit stuff as things change to make sure that we're doing the best we can for everybody. Yeah, absolutely. And we did modify some of the menu items. We just are trying to get a little bit more consistent because all the stuff we make, again, people know our menu isn't huge, isn't expansive, but the stuff we do make is good. Grant had a wonderful idea. We are going to be starting tacos, some chicken tacos. I think those will be fantastic. And I was gonna say I got Trung working on a special sauce, like in-house type things. We're not just like buying something else. Like Trung likes to do that type of stuff. So, and it's gonna be like a little taco plate with 3 tacos and some tortillas and salsa sauce, right? Yeah, a little like a chicken street taco type thing with our chicken strips that we have. So like some crunchy chicken tacos, basically. Yeah. Oh, they'll be fantastic. It'll be really good. Nice flour tortillas. So yeah, so that's a good thing. And you know, our fraps have been there. Our draft beers, people are loving those. We have our lager and our IPA. We've got our wines back, the Copa Divino. So all 4, right? We got all 4: the Riesling, Cabernet, Merlot. So my roommate had brought home White Claw, and White Claw is one of those hard seltzers. Okay. And I've always hated seltzer waters, and I think I had tried the Trulies back when we had the Trulies, and it never did it for me. He brought these White Claws home, and I was like, screw it, I'm gonna have one, and like put it over ice, and I super liked it. I have no idea what changed, but I was like, this is real good. So I haven't tried the Bud. Right, you haven't tried those, no? The Budweiser seltzer waters. I meant to take one of those home and try one. Okay. Last night I forgot. But yeah, next time I have a chance, I will give those a shot. Just because, I was really surprised because I've always disliked seltzer water. But we do have hard seltzers as well. Hard seltzers as well, and the ciders and the other canned beers. We're going to kind of pare down the beers. That is one decision we've kind of made. We're going to go to what? It's Goose Island, Kona, Shock Top, Budweiser, like maybe one other cider or something, right? Yeah, just keep one cider. As nice as it is to have selection, so many different people are buying the different things, and then some of it just sits there for so long, and then trying to restock stuff. I think we just pare it down, give people just a handful of the really good best choices that we know sell really well. Will just work better for everybody. Might not be your favorite thing, but there's going to be something good there for you that you will enjoy. No, absolutely. Yeah, there definitely will be. I do like Randall pointed out, you have that nice unopened copy of Brass. So now, Randall, he brought in an entire box of unopened games to work the other day. And there's still so many just in his house, in shrink. Oh, I know. Can you see it behind me? That's what I said. He sees your unopened Brass behind you. I am such a loser. Let me see. I've got, stockpile. What is that? Feast for Odin. Remember I was asking about Tang Garden? It was right behind me in a shrink. I didn't even know I had it. I got all Everdale. This I need to sell, that Starcadia quest. I'm never going to play that. Yeah. That was a Kickstarter I got in shrink. I got Underwater Cities, the expansion. Yeah, both Brass because I kickstarted those. Have you played Brass? Do you like the new Lancaster or Birmingham? I did. Have you not had a chance to play them? No, I played it at Dice Tower West with Chris and Wendy, actually. And did you guys play with the designer or something? We played with not the designer. It's a Martin Wallace game, I believe. We played with the developer who works for Roxley Games, Matt. Yeah, gotcha. Because they helped to change it from the original Brass, right? Correct. Whatever Roxley did. Yes. I don't remember whether you guys were playing Birmingham or Lancaster there at Dice Tower. Yes, yep. I do remember that because I took a picture of the guy. You guys were playing, and I was like a table or two away, and I snuck a picture because Guillermo really likes Brass, and I was like, Guillermo, they're playing with the guy that helped do this. Yeah, man, Brass shot up. I played the original. I used to play the original with a friend of mine, Phil. He moved back east. But the new one, I couldn't wrap my head around it because of the beer, all the beer stuff. It was just kind of weird, Yeah, I do think Birmingham is a little bit harder. I've always told people that a lot of people will say that either Lancaster they love or Birmingham they love, and I was kind of in between both. There was one or two mechanics in both games that I really liked and really disliked. Right. And my perfect game would have been a mixture between the two. But I think they're both still enjoyable enough to play.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to give it another shot, though. It definitely needs to get played again, so I definitely will bring it back to the table. But yeah, I've got too many games in shrink wrap sitting here. So
I think the only games I have in shrink wrap are the ones you keep forcing on people at Dice Tower. They're good games. I had played them before. Like Galaxy Trucker, I do really like. I just haven't had the desire to play it again, so it's still sitting there.
I know. All right, Randall. Well, why does he want that or something? Does he not have it? Because he's played it.
He might not have it.
We've had it in the store, I think.
We've had one or two here and there.
Yeah, and they go.
It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while since we've had both, and I know I did just recently sell.
Right. But speaking of hot items like that we've had in the store, so we still got some really, really good games. For example, Smartphone just came in. And I know you've been loving that, right?
Yeah, I had remember playing it at Dice Tower that 2 years ago, and I remember it being a really cool game. So as soon as you said it was coming out, I was like, oh yeah, I super enjoyed playing that. Just because it's one of those nice like economic games that's just so streamlined. I love the streamlined part of that game. It doesn't take a long time to explain. The phases are very straightforward with what you're doing. So you can kind of get into it and play the game. Like literally, we sat down and played a 2-player game. We busted it out in like 20 minutes that one day. When it's just me and you. Obviously, we weren't overthinking strategy. We were more just kind of helping you relearn the rules that day. But if I'm sitting there, I believe Randall actually mentioned it himself that next week they wanted to go back through it. I was like, I'll 100% sit down and teach you guys. And if I'm sitting there, even with a full 4 or 5, you guys will get through it in an hour tops kind of thing.
Oh, good. Maybe I'll come in and play with you guys. Hey, just real quick, I want to go. Flo joined us. Hello, Floby Flo. Missed the flea market. So this is something I haven't even talked to Grant yet, but I wanted to, I was going to talk to him about. We might as well talk about it now, discuss it. But I wanted to sort of have not really a flea market. I wanted to have a Meepleville tag sale. We need to clear out a lot of our old games, used games. And what I was thinking of is maybe doing it in the back. So what we do is we just use all the tables in the back, put all our games out there. I'll sit there, collect money, maybe cash only. And what we're going to do is maybe schedule people to come in. Like we'll have like 5 people every 20 minutes or something can come in, and that's it. Just look around old games, cash only. And maybe we can do a flea market, but how the flea market would have to work is maybe a consignment, because we just can't have too many people up there. Like people can drop their games off, label them, do all that kind of stuff. We'll collect the money. We'll maybe collect a percentage for doing all the work and then give them the money in their games afterwards. But yeah, but we'll definitely do something, Flo, because I was literally just thinking about that. So thanks for bringing that up.
I had thought about it a couple of different ways too that I hadn't mentioned as well. Like even if we could just post like a spreadsheet online, like so we could host it on Facebook, people could do the kind of like an online trade. Like they find a game on the spreadsheet, they say they want it, so they pay the guy, but then the people are dropping it off at Meepleville and picking it up at Meepleville. So Meepleville kind of becomes the hub of drop off and pickup. So people don't have to go to like other people's houses and shipping and all that type of stuff. So there's a couple things we could do with it. So definitely. If we can do something here in the future, again, as safely as possible, I'm sure we can try to get something going.
Yeah, we will. So yeah,
but the original other flea market is definitely not gonna happen again until next year. But hopefully we can do something similar to it in the same vein in the meantime.
No, absolutely. So yeah, so that's good. We're definitely going to bring that up. So yeah, going back to the game, Smartphone. Yeah, I'll probably join you guys next Wednesday, Randall, if you don't mind, you and Carlo, because I think it's really, really good. I'd like to maybe even do the advanced if they haven't played yet, or if they've played yet, to try to do other stuff where you have to pay for the resources and the technologies or whatever.
Oh, I don't think they've played. They're at least teaching 1 or 2 new people.
Oh, they have. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't go straight to that one. There's of the. I haven't played with any of the expansion stuff, so there's like new technologies. There might be some other technologies that might be a little bit more fun to play with. Oh yeah. Now that I've seen it a little bit more, to know what would work or what would be a little bit more newbie friendly to a degree. So yeah, it looks like Randall's on board with that. So yeah, Smartphone's still really good.
Isle of Cats. Man, I've been waiting to play that game with my wife, but I can't because she's locked away. But I really like that game, so I want to get that back to the table. We still have a few copies of that left.
Was it Paul and Teresa had actually stopped in the other day, and I think they picked up a copy of Isle of Cats because Teresa really liked it.
Yeah, and the people who've bought it have been loving it. They've been really, really, really liking it. So yeah, it's such a good game. It's just a good game. and then Wingspan, of course. And listen, here's something for you guys that hasn't been known, but anybody watching the show will know now. I was very fortunate enough to interview Elizabeth Hargrave, the designer of Wingspan, and we will be showing that on Thursday. She'll be doing Thursday. And here's another thing for tomorrow. Coming up on our interviews, and Grant, I'm telling you right now, so you can go ahead and get that up. It'll be debuting at 1 p.m. Pacific time. 1 p.m. Pacific is.
And I think I know who that is.
Yes, Reiner.
Yeah.
One of the most prolific designers ever in history. He's got like over 600 games. The guy is just out of control. And
his little bow tie will be there.
His little bow tie will be there. Yes, it will. But all of us have played at least one Reiner Knizia game.
Absolutely.
Because he's just got so many on the market. So this week, Reiner Knizia and Elizabeth Hargrave coming up. So,
and we'll loop back to that. We'll talk more about what we're doing over here on the YouTube channel in a little bit. What other hot games have we gotten in?
The Crew, of course, Crew is hot.
Crew's still going well.
Yep. Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion. We had people come in and play that the other day, right?
For anybody that doesn't know what Jaws of the Lion is, it's basically a $50 version of Gloomhaven where they've stripped out some of the story content. So there's not as many scenarios. And then they turned all the terrain and tile pieces into a story flip book. So instead of setting up different tiles, you just open up to a certain map page and that will have your map layout already for it. So it's just a little bit easier to get to the table, a little lower price point for people that weren't quite sure if they wanted to invest in Gloomhaven. But I think at this point, people have heard of Gloomhaven, know what it is. And for the people that want to give it a try and just don't think they have the time or the resources for the really big full version, Jaws of the Lion is the perfect in-between kind of stepping stone to really get into it in the meantime.
Yeah. And not only that, I think Jaws of the Lion will also set them up, say for people who are either done with Gloomhaven, going into Frosthaven, or people who are like, you know what, I'm just going to go straight into Frosthaven. It's still a great thing to go ahead and do Jaws of the Lion because you'll still be ready to do Frosthaven as well.
Yeah, get the mechanics under your belt and all that stuff, and you kind of know what you're doing for sure.
Yeah, so that's really good. So we have that in. We've got a big Pandasaurus shipment, some of their games, like Control. I know you and Trung played that, right?
Me and Trung played it. Mark Rogers picked it up last night. It's a 3D cube area control game that at the end of the game, you're going to look directly at the 5 different faces of this cube, and you just count the individual boxes that you can see. So if you covered up somebody else's cube from the right side, that's a point for you. But from the other side, then you would both score a point. It's kind of hard to describe without actually having it in front of me, but just know that you're going to be putting these little like Lego blocks on a physical cube and trying to figure out that strategy. Me and Trung were basically just putting stuff on. Trung destroyed me, by the way. I lost real bad. Yeah, I lost every single face.
Trung loves abstract games. He's good at them. He really likes them. So
a couple of other. Sonora is another big one that just came out from them. So that is a flick and write. So everybody's been doing these roll and writes lately. They have tried to add in a dexterity mechanic to the roll and write genre. So we do have a copy of that in Meepleville to come play if anybody wants to come check it out, along with Control. Those are the two that we have in there to play. Yeah, so Sonora, you're flicking a disc, and where it lands on this different little deserty landscape is going to be what people will give people the different options to do your writing with on their little board. So that one seems really cool.
How about Godspeed? Have you looked into that or played that at all?
I had briefly seen the Dice Tower video up on it. That Godspeed is going to be a much heavier game. I don't think it's middleweight, probably like light to middleweight there. I know there was some like worker placement, some action selection mechanics going on with it. So that's more of an actual like gamer game there from Pandasaurus. So I've seen good things from Dice Tower, but I haven't had a chance to like really sit down and watch a full gameplay of it, and we didn't get a demo copy in ourselves. Okay, so I haven't learned that one yet.
Maybe one day next week we can get that to the table. So like a slower night on Tuesday or something like that. And then Mind Extreme.
No, we did. Me, Tim, and my roommate tried the Mind Extreme.
Yes.
A little bit more random than the Mind, so it takes some of the gameplay out of it to a degree. But it definitely is a whole lot harder. So like if you're definitely done with the Mind or want something a little just more light and party-ish, if you want to play it more that style, I think it could work for that.
Yeah, but I've thought about it, because it's one of those kind of games. That's the what I want to say, you know it's a good game, or it's it's a game for you is when you go home and you're thinking about it, and even when you go to bed, you're like still thinking about it, right? So I was still thinking about it because I like the Mind. I think the Mind is a great game. I don't know about this.
Tim wasn't super hot on it.
No, because I think
I
again,
thought it was fine.
The base game, right? We won't go into explaining it, but if you know the base game, like you were talking about, you can get your rhythms, trying to figure it out, and you can get a pattern, and you honestly can feel like we got this, we're going to beat this. With this, I just think it's so random, kind of like there's
I've heard these type of opinions from a bunch of different people having taught games to people there, right? I'm wondering if this is a case of a knee-jerk reaction that you just haven't played it enough. This is an opinion based off of one play. Maybe because the difficulty is so much harder that maybe it does feel that bit more randomness to it. And we were playing with 3 people, and 3 people is definitely harder than 2. I'm wondering if you were only playing with 2 and you had a little bit more, again, not saying which pile, but just saying that you're ready to play a card and just being that you could, I think you could still try to get into that rhythm with the right person. So I think the right people playing this game might still have that same type of fun if they want that step up there.
No, that's absolutely fair.
There absolutely could be a case where it is just too random for some people and you just can't get into it and it's just not going to be fun for them.
Right.
So I think it's going to be even more niche than the other game was. But for the right crowd, the right people, I think it will hit really well with. But this one is going to fall a bit more flat for some people.
I do believe so. Yeah, absolutely. But you're right. I do need to give it more of a chance. And I will. I mean, I'm definitely going to play it again and give it more of a chance. But
that's my problem with games is, I'll do those knee-jerk reactions. I'm never going to go back to a game. If I didn't enjoy that first experience, I'm done. I'm moving on. I got something else to play. So
moving on.
It's hard. Trust me, it's hard. That's why I was saying other people, just because I see the other people that are doing that same thing where I'm like, I know that's a good game. You just haven't played it enough.
Right.
But this one, I'm not sure. I'm not saying it is, but
yeah,
could be a good possibility there.
Yeah. So those are the ones. And I guess what we got upcoming, some of the ones I want to talk about that we got upcoming. So WizKids, who do our little D&D like Nolzur's miniatures and the Pathfinder miniatures, and they also do the bigger ones, right? So what WizKids has done is they have made a paint night kit that they're doing every month, starting, I believe, in August. So I think they've already announced August, September, and October. I want to make sure we're on that. And we're going to get them because that's a great activity. I'm going to be there and do it. I may actually even do it on maybe a Monday night when we're not officially open or something, because it's a great activity to be socially distanced. And what it is, it's a full paint kit. So you're going to get one of the larger miniatures. You're going to get 6, 8, 10 different color paints, a paintbrush, and now even added like a little water bucket or whatever thing. So all you need to do is pay and come. The price, we have to figure out because I'm not quite sure what they're doing with the price, but we're probably going to add like maybe a little thing of chips, a nibble bowl, and a soda or something. So it's like a little night. But we could, put 12 tables around, whatever. We can all sit there, socially distance, talk, have fun with our masks on, painting. And I think it'll be a great activity. So that's coming up. Also, at the end of the month, August 28th, to be exact, I believe is the date, is Mariposas. Mariposas is the follow-up game, not 2.0, a completely different game, but the follow-up game from Elizabeth Hargrave, the designer of Wingspan. So we have a bunch of copies coming in for that. If you'd like to get one, go ahead and make sure you reserve a copy of Mariposas, because I'm sure it'll be hot just like Wingspan was as well.
And one more pre-order to mention, we did do a post on Facebook about this. We put up an unboxing video. Small World of Warcraft is coming out September 4th or 5th. Yep. And we are ready to start taking pre-orders. And if you do pre-orders, we are getting custom Horde and Alliance dice that we can give out to all pre-orders. So even if you just want one, let us know. If you guys want to fully pay for them ahead of time to guarantee yourself, absolutely go ahead and do that.
Yep.
Small World was my first big box game that I got into hobby board gaming with when I like a personal purchase of my own. So I still like the Small World, and I played WoW for way too many years, more than I ever want to admit to. So I'll definitely be checking that one out.
Yeah, and the big box, it's like it's a much bigger box too. It looks like
again, I watched that unboxing video. It looks about the same. Small World just has a lot of stuff. They already know how to do those trays really nice. They have all the little tokens, all the little money stuff for it. This one's going to be a little more island modular based instead of actual square boards, which was kind of cool.
Mhm.
I think they said this one has a couple less base races than base Small World, just because they're using the video game IP for it, so they only had so much to pull from.
Okay.
But again, looks super cool. Again, if you were at all a fan of Small World, and Small World's just a good entry level area control game anyway, that one's going to be really fun.
Yeah, it is a good game. I enjoy it. The problem that kind of turned me off from the very beginning, though, with that game is you really need to have that reference chart with you to really to constantly look at what does that race do, what are their powers. So it's sort of like you're doing homework while you're playing the game. You know what I mean? Because you have to keep looking at this reference.
I know what you're saying, but like, again, once you're playing, so say you're playing with 4 people, you only really care about the 4 active races in play and the potential 5 on the left side of what you might pick. And as soon as you play the game once or twice, you'll start to know really good combinations or some really good powers where you're like, as soon as you see certain things, you're like, oh, I'm taking that no matter what type of thing. So
right. And that is
like, it does take that little bit of learning curve.
Yeah, the combination kind of thing, that is like what sort of like what a lot of people like about Magic, right? Magic the Gathering is trying to find those combinations. So with Small World, it's that same kind of thing, like getting those races and those combos. You're like, man, that perfect combination. Let me snatch that up and do that. So yeah, it can come out pretty good.
So yeah, if anybody's interested in that, let us know. I think that's all the really new. Again, we are continuing to add new games in. So anytime you guys have a chance, come on down. We did do a sale there at the end of July to kind of clear some stuff off, which let us get a bunch of new stuff in. So that went well.
It did. And the reason we did the kind of curbside, we were doing the invoice stuff because you guys know, like, our retail space, right, is kind of tight and kind of small. But we didn't want a whole lot of people gathered in there, and it was good. People did it, paid their invoices. You know, they called up, were outside, and went and dropped it off. So it just kind of kept people out of the store, because if any of you have been there for like our really big sales that we do on one day where we drop all the way down, like we have like 10, 20, 30, 40% off or whatever. I mean, there are people waiting outside before the door opens. And once the door opens within 5 minutes, that place is jammed. And we definitely could not have that.
Back when the retail was on the other side, I think that first Black Friday that ended up working, maybe it might have been the first year that I worked there, was just, that was silly.
Yeah.
Too many people.
Yeah, so that's why we really did that curbside, to try to keep people, and it worked good. It worked really well. Because we just got to limit it. And again, if we do like that big sort of flea market or clear out sale, whatever we're doing, we're going to be doing the same thing. We're going to have to take reservations and say, hey, you come in, you've got 20 minutes, look around, get your stuff, get out, so we can get other people and cycle them through, just to keep the people at a minimum and make sure we can all maintain social distancing, so we don't cram a whole lot of people in there.
So I think that's all the store stuff, Tim. So let's switch over to all the online stuff that we've been doing, which are trying to do more of, like this live stream. So what else have we been doing here on our YouTube channel?
Okay, so yes. So on the YouTube channel, one of the things that I've been doing are interviews. So I hope some of you folks have had a chance to go ahead and look at those. And if you haven't, please go and do that. And please, everybody, make sure you subscribe to our channel too. Even if you never watch a video, just subscribe to get our numbers up. But also, maybe like while you're eating dinner, just put YouTube on and let it run, get those hours going too. But watch the videos, because they're good. They're good interviews. I've interviewed so far, like I said, Reiner Knizia is coming up Monday. Elizabeth Hargrave is coming up Thursday. But so far I've done Rado and I forgot.
Rado, Alan Moon,
yes.
Lena Senix.
Lena Senix. She has a store out in Maryland. Yep.
Carl, I don't remember.
Carl Briere.
Briere.
From Scorpion Masqué, and Anne-Marie DeWitt from Fireside Games. Real quick, speaking of Fireside Games, we're going to be doing a Stringamajig event, I believe, this month. I'm coordinating that with her now. Like, they're doing a virtual tour of stores.
Oh, okay.
We're going to be getting in on that. So I did her also. And coming up, people I've already done, but are sort of sitting in the can, Tom Vassal, of course, Zeb Schlesinger from from Z-Man Games. He's the one who founded Z-Man Games. He now works for WizKids. I interviewed him. That was a really great interview, 2 parts. Just today I did Sen Fung Lim, who designed Belfort, Scooby-Doo, the Haunted Mansion game. That's brand new. That's out. Mind Management, Junk Art. He did that too. And then also coming up on Tuesday, he just confirmed with me today because we were going back and forth, was Rob Davio. So we'll be getting that to the designer of the Pandemic Legacy, Risk Legacy, Betrayal Legacy, all the legacies. So real excited about that. Got a really good interview series coming up.
And then I think another one you haven't put up, but you have already filmed was Jamie Stegmaier.
Correct. Yeah. Jamie Stegmaier from Stone Miner Games. Thank you for reminding me. Yep. I got him too. Did him about 2 weeks ago. So a lot of these are going to be delayed, but yes, we have that sitting there waiting for that to come up too. And all these people were great. And I'm going to be getting more constantly getting them up, but I just wanted to have a whole bunch like sitting in the can so I can keep doing some. And then we'll never be behind. We'll always have content coming out. So
Our Family Plays Games. That's the other big one that you did.
Our Family Plays Games. Yes. Those two. Wow, it seems like I've done quite a bit already, right? And more to come.
You absolutely have done a bunch. We're going to keep putting them up, Randall. Like, we don't really have any set days, but yeah, trying to get out at least 2, just because, like you said, he has so many there, and obviously he still has interest of new people doing them. So if we can keep them coming in, we'll keep them going out, sort of thing. I've definitely watched a couple. They're super enjoyable. Tim didn't maybe know that, but he's a fantastic interviewer. I've seen nothing but positive comments from the interviews that he has done. Didn't you say like you had posted the Alan Moon one up on his specific gathering page, and everybody really liked that one over there?
Did that? Yeah. So yeah, no, definitely, Randall. We're going to be trying to getting up more, and again, it's the kind of thing. The better and better that I get with it, and the more and more people know about it, then the more we'll be doing. So also, if you have any recommendations, anybody you'd like to see, let me know, and we'll try to contact them. Because again, it was real surprising. I reached out to Reiner Knizia. I'm thinking, you know what, and they got back to me. So I'll ask anybody. All I can do is say no, right? So that doesn't hurt, So I'll do that. But yeah, so we got that coming up. What else do we have? Oh, and we took a couple of videos of the store for our Patreon. So Patreon, we just started, and we're really excited about it. We've already got 7 people. Yep, 7 doing it. So that's good. And we're brand new at it, so we're learning as we're going. So please, if you ever thought about contributing to Meepleville, wanting to help support passively, like that, we got it, a 3, a 10, and a 25 level.
Yeah, 3, 10, 25. We've had numerous people talk about, like, even when we canceled the membership, we had 1 or 2 people that were just like, oh, just stay charging me. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to just take money for nothing. Like, I appreciate that. So I think this is a little bit more, we're going to try to actually have stuff up there to make it worthwhile for Patreons to contribute to. But it absolutely is just a way, if you want to contribute to Meepleville, but you don't want to come out, maybe you don't live here, maybe you want to support more of the online stuff, Patreon is the way to do it. Obviously, If anybody's watched YouTube or Twitch streamers, everybody's been doing this for a while. So we just thought we would just add our stuff on there. It's just going to help us out, staying consistent with all the little things that is necessary to keep growing this community and run a small business at the same time.
Yeah, and people like Randall submitted a video one time to us, and I know Megan did, and Billy and some other people, Alex. So yeah, if anybody wants to contribute videos, do a regular thing or whatever, believe me, that's what we're trying to do. We're making a board gaming community online because our one in person is just messed up now because of the COVID. So we just want to keep it going. So we'd love you to be a part of it. And anything you want to do to help contribute, please let us know.
And so some of the videos that Tim was talking about, we will try to host. Patreon we will use as either an early access type portal or a Patreon only type portal. So there will be stuff on there that you either get to see ahead of time, like maybe some of these interviews we will throw up early, or just other stuff that we're filming. We're going to keep just trying to film more, do more content. So there will be content on there. And then I think something else that I threw in the 25 tier, which until more people take advantage of, would be a game night with me and Tim. So Tim's already going to show up and game with you anyway, Randall. But that would have been something at the really high tier levels. Like, yeah, if you guys have a free night, we would go in on a day that we're closed, like a Sunday or Monday, just have a personal game night with just the 2 of us there at the store, whatever somebody wants to play. So if we have a handful of people that take advantage of that, stuff like that's what we're going to try to get back to people.
No, absolutely. So yeah, so go ahead and check us out on Patreon to do that. And also I'm gonna try to get a little bit more active with the videos. I want to maybe throw up some magic videos. I've been doing some magic lately, getting together with some of my friends. So who knows what you'll see on there? Could be a little bit of anything. And then The other thing I want to start doing is I think tomorrow night I'm going to give it a try. Yeah, we're just going to do like I'm going to do a Monday meetup on Zoom. Just come and talk with people, chat. If you want to talk games, hang out. Because again, there are still a lot of people out there. Because I'm experiencing it right now, right? I've been married. My wife and I have been together like 35 years, whatever. But now I'm alone. It's really weird. I haven't been alone in so long, because we're just separated. And there are people out there who live alone. A lot of people like it. Some people don't. I mean, I don't know. But anyway, there's just a chance for you to get together because, like I said, I'm missing the contact now. I don't have my wife. So it'll just be a time to get together and talk and hang out. So we'll give that a try. I'll post about that tomorrow.
Okay, I was going to say, how exactly are we going to go about that? Are we just going to throw a link up on our Facebook page?
Yep.
That will have a link that you guys can just click on and just join us over here on Zoom.
Yeah. Yep. So we'll give that a try, see how that goes. It can't hurt. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it does, it does. So it's just worth a try. Let me see. I think that's about it, right?
Yeah, nothing. We're not doing any top fives this week or anything like that. Again, there's plenty of that out there. You guys know the stuff that we've been playing, what we like to play.
Yeah, that's true. But there is one thing I did want to kind of talk about a little bit, and that is just this past week we lost, or actually 2 weeks ago, we lost John Lewis, a member of Congress, and he was the last of the big six that were in the civil rights movement. There was John Lewis, Martin Luther King. I can't remember all the names, but he was one of the big six. And a lot of people might remember the image that's burned in a lot of people's minds lately since he passed away, and they've been showing a lot of him, the march from Selma to Montgomery, right in Alabama, when they crossed the Edmund Pettus Bridge and they got, put back from the police. He was only 25 years old when he did that. And I just want people to realize, especially with the Black Lives Matter movement going on right now and all these social issues, that a lot of these things weren't that long ago. A lot of times people think that civil rights, the Holocaust, all of these like things, slavery even, were like a long, long time ago, but they weren't. They were not that long ago, okay? I was born before that, Selma Montgomery March and the Freedom Riders and all that kind of thing. So this is still current. It's still progressive. John Lewis was that link. He was actually part of that, but only 25 years old. So look at us. There are people like me, I'm in my mid-50s. There are people in their 40s, 30s. What have we done? What are we doing? This was a man at 25 years old, knew he was going to get his butt kicked, right? When he crossed that bridge, knew he was putting his life in his hands just to make sure that Black people had the same access to voting as white people, which was granted in the Constitution, but they still weren't getting. But he took his life in his hands for something he really believed in. So 2 parts, what I just want to get is the Black Lives Matter. There is that still connection, right? From the mid-60s to now, there are still great things have happened. We've come a long way, but there's still more to go. All right. So I just don't want people to think that things are great. Things are perfect. No, much better, really good, but we can still go further. And another thing I want to point, the second thing is, listen, we can all do something, okay? Look at these people. These people, when they were sitting at the counters, I don't know if you've seen the videos when they were at the counters doing the sit-ins and stuff. People were pouring stuff on them, putting out cigarettes on them, kicking them. Look at the stuff they went through to give us the liberties that we have now. And again, it's not just Black people. Anytime any group gets total freedom and is able to live their lives with complete freedom like anybody else, it's good for everybody. So anytime there is an oppressed group, we have to look out for all people because it just makes everybody's life better. Because again, this is a tiny planet. Our time on Earth is limited. We need to make sure we help each other, be nice to each other, and just try to do the good for the good of everybody, because every little good thing helps. It just helps everybody in the end. So I'm glad that John Lewis got his due. He got his recognition. I'm glad it sort of brought that more into the forefront, that people got to see history, because again, right, if we forget our history, we're destined to repeat it, as they always say. So just really look at that stuff, learn more about it. And again, let's help each other. And if you can, let's all try to do something.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you. Thank you for letting me get on my soapbox there for a couple of minutes.
Very well said. Nothing else I can say or add to that that would be any. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. Well, anyway, folks, thank you so much for joining us here for another edition of Meepleville Live. We really appreciate the support of everybody who's coming in. Thank you for being diligent, wearing your masks, and, keeping safe for other people while you're there. And thanks for staying with us because, again, things are tough. Grant and I talk about all the time. Those people, I won't use the term we tell them in Congress, but those people in Congress can't get their stuff together, right, to help us. We're the ones who are getting hurt here, right? We're the ones trying to run a business, trying to survive, trying to make a living, put food on the table, and they can't get their stuff together to help us out. Oh, it's just so sad.
Yeah, every single person that's come in, purchased a board game, especially even back since we were in lockdown, every single one of those has helped. That's everybody doing their part to keep these small businesses going. And not just us, any other small business that you've been contributing to. Yep.
And thank you to all the regulars. Like, Flo is in there, every week or two buying a game. Randall's in there buying games. Mark Rogers, Carmen, and Chad. I mean, we've got the regulars, all you regulars, Paul Treese, like you said, Chris Yee. Thank you to all of you guys because you continue to support us and help us, and we really appreciate it. And then you tell other people, and they come in. So, yeah, it's really, really, really helps. And it's tough. Don't get us wrong. It's tough. We're struggling and we're like grinding, but I think we'll be able to keep going and moving forward.
Yep. Yeah. We exist because of you guys and for you guys. We like board gaming and we just want to keep this community what it is, keep it growing, keep doing what we can to support it.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. And we love it. We love all you people. It's a really great community. And it's we miss it. It sucks. Yeah. Everybody's life sucks right now, right? Oh, this whole thing is just a bunch of crap. It's just horrible. But we don't know when, but we know
it will get better at some point.
At some point. We just don't know when. So, all right. Well, thank you guys very much. And again, thanks for everything. We will see you next month, but we will be seeing you through videos and stuff we're putting up on YouTube. So take care. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.